What makes Crash Landing on You so emotionally timeless for global audiences? What if the fragile thread of a forbidden love could stitch together the frayed edges of a nation sundered by history's cruelest fault lines, turning a paragliding blunder into a beacon of what unity might whisper if given half a chance? In the ever-shifting sands of streaming supremacy, Crash Landing on You stands as an unyielding monolith, its allure undimmed by the relentless churn of new content flooding Netflix's queues. As of mid-2025, the series clocked a staggering 100.9 million hours viewed in the first half of the year alone, securing its spot among the platform's most-watched South Korean titles and edging out contemporaries in the romance genre. This isn't a fleeting spike. It's a sustained phenomenon, with Rotten Tomatoes audience scores hovering at a pristine 100% for its blend of whimsy and weight, drawing in fresh viewers who discover its magic through algorithmic nudges or word-of-mouth whispers from diehards. Reflecting on this endurance, I can't help but marvel at how the show captures that elusive spark, the one that makes you pause mid-binge, phone forgotten, utterly lost in a narrative that feels both escapist fantasy and uncomfortably real. It's as if the series, released in 2019, anticipated our collective hunger for stories that bridge divides in an era of deepening rifts, leaving me with a quiet thrill each time I spot it trending anew, a reminder that true resonance knows no expiration date. Delving deeper into the alchemy that fuels this longevity, the screenplay by Park Ji-yoon emerges as a virtuoso performance, a tapestry woven from threads of levity, tension, and profound introspection that elevates a seemingly improbable premise into something profoundly human. Park, whose prior hit My Love from the Star had already established her as a mistress of genre-blending romance, drew inspiration from a bizarre real-life incident in 2008, when South Korean actress Jung Yang and 3 missionaries accidentally crossed into North Korea during a filming trip, sparking diplomatic ripples that echoed the show's own border-crossing chaos. This kernel of truth grounds the fiction. Yoon Se-ri's accidental tumble from the skies isn't just comedic happenstance, but a nod to the precariousness of boundaries, both literal and metaphorical. The script's genius lies in its refusal to caricature. North Korean characters like the bumbling yet endearing Chi Soo-hyuk or the fiercely loyal squad under Ri Jong-hyuk are rendered with affectionate specificity, their dialects meticulously researched, their daily rituals, from communal rice pounding to clandestine radio listens, infused with a warmth that humanizes without sanitizing the regime's shadows. Park's dialogue crackles with wit, turning high-wire espionage into flirtatious foreplay, as when Se-ri quips about her luxury handbag becoming a survival tool, blending absurdity with acuity. This layered writing not only snagged the series a Best Drama nod at the 2020 Baeksang Arts Awards, alongside wins for Best Director Lee Jong-hyo and Best Actress for Son Ye-jin, but also ignited scholarly discourse on its subversive take on inter-Korean relations. For me, rereading key scenes in script form feels like uncovering hidden poetry. The pauses between lines hum with unspoken yearnings, evoking that bittersweet pang of conversations left half-finished in our own lives, where words fail, but emotions roar. Of course, no element pulses with more vitality than the alchemical chemistry between Hyun-bin and Son Ye-jin, a duo whose on-screen electricity was so palpable it inevitably arced into real life, culminating in their 2022 wedding that sent global fans into euphoric meltdown. Their paths had intertwined long before Crash Landing, with Ye-jin making a fleeting cameo in Hyun-bin's 2010 hit Secret Garden, a serendipitous brush that foreshadowed the deeper collision to come. On set, their rapport bloomed through exhaustive rehearsals. Hyun-bin has shared how they practiced that iconic first kiss scene dozens of times, giggling through awkward angles until it crystallized into something achingly tender, a moment that still sends shivers down my spine on rewatch. Hyun-bin's portrayal of Jung-hyuk, the upright officer whose rigid honor cracks under love's insistent siege, draws from his military service background, lending an authentic gravitas that contrasts beautifully with Ye-jin's Seri, a self-made mogul whose vulnerability peeks through her armor like sunlight through storm clouds. Their age alignment, both in their late 30s during filming, lends a mature authenticity rare in K-romance, where youth often overshadows nuance. Off-screen, their bond deepened amid the live shoot frenzy, a high-pressure format where episodes aired before filming wrapped, demanding on-the-fly adjustments that only honed their instinctive sync. Fast forward to 2025, and recent interviews reveal a marriage that's as grounded as it is glamorous. Hyun-bin confessing he was once uninterested in wedlock, until Ye-jin reframed it as partnership, while she muses on motherhood's joys amid their bustling careers. Their son, a private joy, that fans speculate adds new layers to their joint appearances. Witnessing this evolution stirs a profound envy in me. Not of their fame, but of that rare alchemy where fiction forges forever, making every shared glance in the show feel like a prophecy fulfilled, a testament to how love, once ignited, defies all scripts. Threaded throughout this romantic lattice is the show's masterful symbolism, where the north-south chasm serves not merely as backdrop, but as a profound allegory for the rifts that splinter human connection, be they ideological, emotional, or existential. The demilitarized zone, that scarred ribbon of earth, mirrors the invisible walls we erect around our hearts. Seri's whirlwind arrival symbolizes serendipity's rude intrusion into ordered lives, while Jung-hyuk's quiet defiance embodies the peninsula's latent longing for reconciliation, a theme that pulsed with fresh urgency during the stalled summits of the late 2010s. Subtler motifs abound. The tangerine shared in secrecy evokes southern abundance clashing with northern scarcity, yet in their hands it becomes a sacrament of solidarity. The piano Jung-hyuk plays under starlit skies whispers of suppressed artistry, a North Korean soul yearning for the South's freedoms without forsaking its dignity. This isn't heavy-handed propaganda, it's nuanced empathy, drawing from consultants like North Korean defectors to infuse authenticity, even as it sparked backlash from Pyongyang for slandering their society, and praise from Seoul for humanizing the enemy. Academics have lauded it as a soft power narrative fostering pan-Korean identity, with one analysis noting how the ensemble's camaraderie, soldiers bonding over smuggled South Korean snacks, subverts stereotypes of monolithic menace. Personally, this symbolism settles over me like a fog of quiet hope laced with melancholy. In a world still scarred by walls, from Berlin's ghosts to modern migrations, it prompts a reflective ache, urging us to question our own barriers and dream of crossings yet unrealized. Beyond the script and stars, the production's ingenuity adds another layer to the show's timeless pull, a behind-the-scenes saga as captivating as the screen itself. Filmed across diverse locales, from the misty valleys of Gangwon Province standing in for North Korean hamlets, to the alpine idols of Switzerland's Bernese Oberland and Mongolia's wind-swept steppes, the series transformed logistical nightmares into visual poetry. Director Lee Jung-hyo navigated the live shoot tightrope with aplomb, scripting episodes mere days before airtime, which injected a raw urgency into performances, but also birthed serendipitous gems like impromptu cameos from K-drama royalty Kim Soo-hyun and Chae Ji-woo as themselves, delighting eagle-eyed fans. Props master Ju Dong-man's team obsessed over verisimilitude, sourcing vintage radios and rationed fabrics to evoke North Korea's austerity without caricature, even consulting defectors for dialect coaching that made lines like "Paligaja," "Hurry up," ring with regional flavor. Bloopers compilations reveal a set alive with levity. Hyun-bin hoisting Ye-jin effortlessly for chase scenes, his broad shoulders earning crew cheers, or the pair dissolving into laughter mid-rehearsal, their ease belying the 16 grueling months of principal photography. This meticulous craft earned the show TVN's highest ratings ever at 21.683% finale viewership, second only to cable legends and a cascade of accolades. 4 wins, including Hyun Bin's grand prize at the 2021 APAN Star Awards and Kim Jong-hyun's Best Supporting Actor at Baeksang, alongside 9 nominations that underscored its technical triumph. Peering into these making-of vignettes, I feel a vicarious rush of camaraderie. It's the joy of creation laid bare, reminding me how the sweat behind the glamour forges stories that don't just entertain, but endure, etched into our cultural fabric like footprints in fresh snow. The ripple effects of Crash Landing on You cascade into a cultural tsunami that shows no signs of ebbing, even 6 years on, reshaping global perceptions of Korea and igniting fandoms that span continents and generations. In 2025, as Hallyu surges anew, bolstered by Netflix's billions in investments, the series remains a gateway drug for K-drama novices, topping best-of lists from Rolling Stone India to diaspora blogs, where it inspires essays on love's borderless pull amid ongoing geopolitical tensions. Its impact manifests in tangible waves. Tourism booms to Interlaken's filming spots, where fans recreate Seri's paraglide with guided hikes. Merchandise from Jonghyuk's piano replicas to squad t-shirts floods Etsy, and scholarly works dissect its role in transnational digital fandom, like a 2025 study on Japanese viewers who bonded over virtual watch parties during COVID lockdowns, forging communities that outlasted the pandemic. Yet, this adoration isn't unanimous. Critics in the West and South alike debate its North Korean portrayals, accused of glamorizing scarcity, villagers feasting on wild greens while real famines loom, or softening regime brutality for rom-com sheen, sparking forums where defectors weigh in, praising the empathy but decrying the gloss. For adoptees and divided families, it bridges aching gaps, one viewer recounting how it reframed her heritage from fracture to fragile possibility. Even Hyun Bin, at a 2025 fan meet, blushed through roasts dubbing ye-jin his best souvenir from the set, sharing how a prop kimchi jar now graces their home, a quirky emblem of the show's domesticating magic. Scrolling through Reddit's annual rewatch threads or TikTok edits syncing the OST's swells to user confessions, I'm enveloped in a wave of shared nostalgia, a collective exhale that heals, connects, and compels, proving one story's power to soften the world's sharpest edges. As the credits roll on yet another marathon, the true genius of Crash Landing on You crystallizes. It's not just a romance that crash lands across divides, but a mirror held to our own fragmented selves, inviting us to imagine landings softer than falls. In 2025, with whispers of spin-offs and Hyun Bin's teasing nods to more Jonghyuk tales, its orbit shows no decay. Instead, it pulls us closer, a gravitational force of hope amid discord. And in that pull, I find my own quiet surrender to the laughter that bubbles through tears, the love that defies maps, and the enduring whisper that perhaps, just perhaps, we're all one gust away from home.